is like unto thee? O Lord, who is like unto thee? O Lord, among the gods, who is like thee? Glorious in holiness, fearful in praises, always doing wonders. Hallelujah. Yes, hello everyone. I'm extra happy today. Do you know why? Because today is the 5th of March. I'm recording this video for tomorrow. It will go up tomorrow, which is the 6th of March, my birthday. And I am super excited that I'm adding another year to my years. And it's a very special birthday because it's my big O. 10 years ago, I had my last big O. It just feels like the other day. And another 10 years. And I cannot thank God enough for good health. I can't even tell any difference how I felt last year and how I'm feeling today. So age is only a number, as they say. So, all we just have to do is keep doing what we can to help ourselves and just keep going. So today I want us to talk about, as we get older, things that we should be doing to help ourselves, to look after ourselves. First thing I want us to bear in mind before we continue this talk is to treat our body as if we are going to use it for a very long time. And when you're going to use something for a very long time, what do? You look after it, you pamper it, you do all sorts of things to it. And that's exactly how we need to treat our body. Look after it. That's the only way it can serve us for a very long time. So I'll start by what we put inside, because for us to look after our body, for it to serve us for a long time, we have to watch what we put in, and it's very important. So let's watch our diet. I've talked about diets or healthy eating in my previous videos, so I'm not going to dwell on that today, but we must watch what we put inside our bodies. The next thing I want to talk about is our dressing, how we dress. As older people, men, women, how do we dress? It's very important. Our dressing should really be modest. We shouldn't be dressing we should be able to tell the younger ones if they're exposing themselves or wearing very tight clothing. We should be, advising them and not us dressing that way. So we don't have to spend a lot of money, just simple things. Modest dressing, we don't have to spend a lot to actually look good. So our dressing is important. Some people, because we've had our children, my children are grown up, so why do I need to, am I impressing? I'm fine, I'm getting older. And they'll be dressing like very old women. In fact, their dressing will make them look older than they actually are. So we don't want to be dressing like that. Just, modest and modest dressing and looking smart. Yeah, smart dressing is what I'm talking about. Another thing is our hair. Myself and my husband, we decided that as we get older and start having gray hair, that we're not going to use any chemical in the name of dye on our hair. And that's a personal choice. And that's what we have done. Looking at me standing here, you may not notice any gray hair, but when you come near me, I've got loads. However, compared to my age, it's a bit less. I don't know why. It's a bit less. I know people who I am much, much older than, they have more gray hair than I do. I think some people gray early and some people gray later in life. I think I'm one of those ones that don't gray early. And I thank God for either way. Because when it starts coming, I'll thank God for that. Because I want to gray gracefully. I'm not going to worry about whether my hair starts turning gray or not. Anyway, that's by the way. Another thing is, when I talk about looking after ourselves, I have to come in again to talk about, I've talked about what we put inside our body, and then the next thing is exercise. I can't over-emphasize. I know, I'm sorry, but I need to be talking about exercise because it's something that I'm really very passionate about, and it's helping me as well. So I need to be sharing this all the time. People like me, for the past, since March last year, I've been working from home due to the nature of my job. I've been home working and it's sedentary, so that means I'm sitting down all the time. But luckily, I've been provided with a desk that I can press a lever and it will go up or go down. So if I want to stand up and talk to my clients, I can stand up and talk to them and even write the report while I'm standing if I want. And when I'm talking, I can actually be exercising my leg. Like now, I'm standing when I'm standing doing this video, and I'm actually, working on my legs. So that means I'm not sitting for a long time. But if you don't have that kind of setup and you have to sit down, then you can actually set a timer and get up every hour just to, change your position, do some stretches, and avoid stiffness, because once you start getting to a certain age, even at younger age, some younger people, even if you sit for a long time, you start feeling getting stiff joints. So it's important that we need to move all the time. If you're a sedentary worker, remember to set a timer and make sure that you move. So exercise is very important. Walking around, we do that. I've said it before, we walk every single day apart from Sundays. 30 minutes is enough. We do 1 hour, but 30 minutes is more than enough just for you to get out there, get fresh air. Actually, walking is very good for our mental health because it increases the endorphins in your brain. Endorphin is a chemical that is produced naturally by the nervous system. So it helps you to relieve, when there's enough of it, then it helps you to relieve stress. So it's often called a feel-good chemical because of what it does. So it's important to make sure that you increase your endorphin level by walking around or doing some form of exercise. It helps you mentally, a lot of mental things. Apart from the mental health, there's other things that can develop as you get older. We all know about Alzheimer's, dementia, all sorts of things. So working on our mental health is very, very important. Another thing, as we get older, let us consider doing MOT of our body every year. We do that with our cars. Every year we go for MOT. Is it every year? No, it's not every year actually. I think it's every 3 years that you do that in the car, but you do servicing. Yeah, you do servicing every year, and MOT is every 3 years. That's right, in this country. So what I'm talking about, the MOT, you shouldn't wait for 3 years for the body MOT, but servicing, yes, servicing in form of doing your blood works, doing all sorts of tests and investigation just to make sure that everything is still how they should be in your body. Here in UK, we are privileged enough to have NHS, and at a certain age they will remind you to start having your smear test. You have that every 3 years and until certain age, and then at certain age as well they will invite you to do a bowel screening test and all sorts of things like that. So but if you don't have it, you are not obviously in a country where these things are not offered, you can actually ask for it. No matter the amount of money that you pay for things like this, it's worth it. It's worth every penny, because it will help you to ensure that everything is still working okay in your body. And if there's any need for any change or anything start developing, it can be picked up on time and treated than just leaving it. Some people just leave themselves and just go on, and by the time they develop something and it's noticed, it's gone too far and it cannot be treated. So please, MOT of our body, but it's yearly MOT I'm talking about now, not 3 years every 3 years, but every year do MOT, do your blood work, check everything, check things, make sure. And if you have any symptoms at all, no matter how little, just go and have it checked out. It may well be 99 out of 100 times it might be nothing, but it's good to check it out. Don't just brush it aside and leave it, because when you leave it, if it's something bad, it will start progressing, and by the time you actually seek for help, it will be too late. So please, let us not neglect any signs or symptoms in our body, especially as we get older. For men, I know that men are culprits when it comes to investigations and checking themselves out. There's a lot of prostate cancer going on now. So you must check your PSA. You must do things that you need to do as you get older, just to make sure that if everything is noted, it can be treated on time. And we ladies, we have more organs. So we need to also do all these things, check breast cancer is on the increase as well, plus other kinds of cancers. Do your, check yourself. If you notice anything that is unusual, no matter how little, please investigate it further. So as we getting older, let us not leave these things and say, oh, it doesn't matter. It does matter. Another thing is your family. Whether you are older or not, family is very important, but even more so when you're getting older. You can choose your friends, but you can't choose your family. So family is very important. So I suggest that you are selective with your friends and concentrate more on your family. If by the grace of God, your husband and wife, you're both alive, all well and good, please do things together, be each other's friends. If unfortunately you're a widow or a widower, and you are on your own, obviously it's not by your own choice, but if you still have each other, it's important that you do things together and look after each other, and also look after your family and be close with your family, because when a push comes to shove, it's your family, immediate family, that will look after you. All those so-called friends and people will just desert you. So it's important that we look after our family and also look after ourselves, so that we are not a liability to our families when we start getting old and we have to rely on them. We don't want to be a liability to our loved ones. That's why it's important to do what we can when we have our lives, and then leave the rest to God. If you've done what you can and illness comes or whatever, anything happens to you, at least you know in your heart of heart that you've done what you should do. So I think these are the things I really want us to talk about today. Just my birthday message because I'm getting older, and I thought we have to look into, talk about getting older, what we need to do, how we need to look after ourselves, and smile all the time, always. Try and smile always. It does help. Frowning is not good, and not being happy with people, especially rejoice with people who rejoice. That's the only way good things will come to you. Some people suffer from, are not well, but when they're investigated, there's nothing actually to be, they're suffering from. And then it boils down to the type of heart they have, the type of people they are. They're always not happy. They're always jealous of people and things like that. I don't have that kind of heart, especially not at any age at all in your life, but because today I'm only talking about as we are getting older. For older people, let's live our life as if we are going to use our body as if we are going to use it for a very long time. I think I have to stop it here. There's a lot to be said. I can go on and on, but I don't want this video to be too long. Thank you so much for listening to this, my birthday message today. Please, if you have not subscribed, please do so. Share this video, give it a thumbs up, and also comment, just so I can have an idea of what you think about some of the things I've just said. Thank you so much once again for listening, and I'll see you again in my next video. Thank you, and God bless. Goodbye.